news at the right time and the Spirit of Community Award winner. This is Fox 14 News at 9.
Get out and get active. Helpful advice, but for cyclists, it's easier said than done. We'll look at why it's become a huge safety concern for some in Lincoln Parish. And details and a motive behind a deadly shooting in Monroe. We'll share why police say the suspect pulled the trigger. Plus, Reston's working on the railroads, but it'll cause a bit of a traffic headache this weekend. We'll let folks know what to expect. Thank you for choosing Fox 14. I'm Sarah Scarlett. First on Fox, the Lincoln Parish Sheriff's Office wants to remind motorists to be courteous while sharing the road. Several cyclists say that cars often bolt past them, leaving them fearing for their safety and their life. Fox 14's Anna McAllister has more. Anna?
Sarah, these cyclists say drivers often tailgate them, beeping their horns as they speed by. One man says he's been grazed by cars several times, and the Lincoln Parish Sheriff's Office wants to remind drivers that safety and road courtesy is a priority. If you're a Ruston resident, chances are you've Ann McCaskill and Tom Futrell on the road. The men are two of many avid cyclists in Lincoln Parish. For McCaskill and Futrell, cycling is a part of life. But lately, their love for the sport has put them in danger.
I've had my elbow hit by rearview mirrors, literally bumped as people pass by me.
Futrell says these motorists are passing by at the speed of light, making it a huge safety concern for cyclists.
If a driver hits a cyclist and say they're going 20 miles an hour, the chance of fatality is about 5%. But double that and it goes up to about 65%.
McCaskill believes drivers rushing to their destination is making the issue worse.
One of the problems is that motorists seem to be impatient, they seem to be in a hurry, and there are certain laws that they don't follow.
Laws that the Lincoln Parish Sheriff's Office will start heavily enforcing.
Bicyclists have the same rights to the highway as a motorist. They do have duties there. They're supposed to ride to the right side of the road, the signal before they turn.
Williams says drivers need to slow down and give cyclists at least 3 feet of room. If you want to pass a cyclist, you need to wait until the right-of-way is clear with no oncoming traffic. But cyclists also have a responsibility to help drivers.
Cyclists ought to be predictable, right? If you're going to be riding a bicycle, don't just, for whatever reason, just pull into the middle of the road. You know, you have to do the same things. Pay attention to where you are.
Cyclists should also always wear a helmet while they're riding and ride without headphones to give their undivided attention to the road. Williams says fines for motorists for improper vehicle operation could be around anywhere from $175 to $200. Live in the studio, Anna McAllister, Fox 14 News.
Thanks, Anna. More details are coming out about yesterday's shooting on Flynn Street. Detectives have arrested Rodriguez Bynum for killing James Mercer. During an interview, Bynum told police he and Mercer were arguing over a drug deal. Bynum claims he shot in Mercer's direction, but didn't know that he'd struck him. A witness claims that they heard the shots and spotted Bynum walking away holding a gun. After the shooting, Bynum admitted he burned the clothes he was wearing at the time and threw the gun in a canal. Bynum was charged with second-degree murder. It's been 2 years since an Arkansas man vanished without a trace. Brad Allen went missing from his Fountain Hill home July 18, 2017. He disappeared after an early morning argument with his girlfriend. A number of searches have been conducted and multiple Facebook posts have been created in hopes of finding him. Brad is 5'9" and weighs around 165 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. He has a tribal tattoo around his right bicep and has praying hands on his back near the right shoulder area. And he has several other tattoos. If you know anything about Brad's disappearance, please call the number that you see on your screen. A new post office is coming to downtown Monroe. When the original post office closed in 2015, it left many wondering if there'd ever be a new one. Over the years, it's been a mission to develop downtown Monroe, making it an area where Monroe residents want to be. This new post office might be a way to help.
I'm really optimistic that you'll see some new businesses pop up because they have this service. And you're getting the services, you know, when you have the doctor's offices, the lawyer's offices, the post office, and then, of course, all the other services with food and beverage and entertainment.
The office will be located at the corner of Desert and 3rd Street. We've reached out to the USPS Communications Department, who says that the architects don't have a set date for the grand opening just yet. Well, Highway 167 North, also called Vienna Street in Ruston, will be closed off this weekend for railroad repairs. Fox 14's Isabel Albritton spoke to the Department of Transportation and Development personnel and has more.
Kansas City Southern Railroad and CW&W have scheduled for crews to work on railroad track maintenance this weekend on Vienna Street in Ruston.
Because they're going to take the crossing completely out, and you won't be able to cross it.
That's why there will be a detour from Saturday to Monday. Drivers will follow the detour route from West California down Tech Drive and to Alabama Street. Locals say they are concerned 18-wheelers won't be able to go through the narrow detour route, but the DOTD says it won't be a problem.
That's been done before, and that's the detour route when we've had to work on this crossing in years past.
Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development personnel say the project should be done ahead of schedule, if weather permitting.
But everything's weather dependent this time of year. Everything has a chance of something to happen. But, the anticipated thing is a Saturday, Sunday, and the notice we sent out, the initial anticipation was Saturday through Monday.
In Ruston, Isabel Albritton, Fox 14 News.
DOTD also reminds drivers to pass with caution when going through the construction site and look out for work crews and their equipment. And some railroad repairs in Monroe will force a temporary road closure. The repairs will be tomorrow at Armand Drive between Briard and Tower. The road will be closed from 8 a.m. until around 1 p.m. Local teacher Alicia Calvin announcing her run for representative of District 16. Calvin hopes to focus on access to health care, quality education, the economy, and those impacted by the criminal justice system. Calvin says she's not running for herself, she's running for the people in her community. She says she's not like other politicians.
I'm accessible. I've been in the community. I'm not new to the community. So that's the great thing about it. My presence has already been known. I'm a teacher. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. I'm a church member. I'm a neighbor. I'm right here with you in the community. So this run is for students like Joshua Davis. This run is for a number of people who've had issues in our community that we need to work on, and issues of criminal justice that have touched some people in our community.
Now, there's no word on whether or not the current representative for District 16, Katrina Jackson, is seeking re-election in 2020. The search is on for thousands of workers to help with next year's Census Bureau. Fox 14's Gabrielle Pfeiffer spoke with one recruiter who says it's been difficult gathering workers in southern Arkansas.
10 years have come and gone, and the Census Bureau is gearing up to gather information about U.S. citizens. The first part of the process, finding the people to do the legwork.
We still need several in the hiring pool. Of course, not all that apply will be hired, but we have to have a large number in the hiring pool so we can make sure and satisfy all the positions that are needed.
The U.S. Census Bureau is trying to recruit hundreds of people that will help with next year's census count. The mayor tells me that this job will be an easy way to earn an extra income, all while helping your own community.
We really want to push our own community, getting involved with serving our own people so that we can be more comfortable answering the door.
So the hunt is on for workers in 7 counties in southwest Arkansas, including Ouachita and Union counties.
Well, I do have to have in the ballpark of 250 in this county.
Mayor Lott says these jobs are important because they directly impact the amount of federal funding the area could get in the future.
Because it determines the roads, it also determines our school, how big we make our schools, it determines our health care and what medical clinics are available in our community.
The jobs are temporary for about a year and pays $14 an hour. In Camden, Gabrielle Pfeiffer, Fox 14 News.
The recruiter will be visiting Hampton tomorrow. If you're interested in applying, you can visit the website that you see on your screen. While the Camden community is nearing the end of its first camp for the youth, the City of Camden, the Camden Police Department, and the Ouachita County Cooperative Extension Service hosted the camp for the kids. They've learned about the dangers of social media, bullying, nutrition, and even learned how to change a tire. Tomorrow is the last day of the week-long camp. The kids say they've enjoyed every minute of it.
The best part for me has been basically everything. I liked it. That's the best part of it.
I hope I can come back next year if they have it next year. I really want this to keep going. I want to see this turn into something.
The kids will give final presentations tomorrow about what they've learned throughout the week. The City of El Dorado is hosting a social mixer to kick off a weekend of fun. Friday night will start with a networking event and will lead to a fun-filled Saturday afternoon that will include vendors and food trucks.
Dazed by El Dorado and what El Dorado has to offer and the talent that exists here and that's always been here. So we want to put you in a daze here in El Dorado.
It's a whole weekend that will end on Sunday, and it's all for only $35. The weekend will include lots of music, comedy, and of course, a good time. Coming up on Fox 14, when you hear the word addiction, you may think of drugs and alcohol. But what about being hooked on social media? We'll explore why research suggests that some of us just can't stop scrolling. And later, warnings about the new Face app continue to grow. We'll talk security risks. We'll have that and more up next on Fox 14 News at 9.